guys, today I am here to do my July TBR. Guess what? Again, I had an incredible reading month. I read 7 books this month, which is one more than last month, and it keeps going, and it was so good. And I found a series that is probably going to end up being one of my favourites, all-time favourite series, and so much excitement. The first book that I read this month was To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee. I read this book because obviously Go Set Watchmen came out last month, or this month. Last month, because we're in August now, and I had to be part of like a reading group at work, and I hadn't read it since like year 10, even maybe less than that. Yeah, I enjoyed it for what it was. I gave it 4 stars because I can obviously appreciate the message that it gave across. It won't end up being one of my favourites books because it's not the type of stuff that I usually read. Obviously I understand how meaningful it can be and how some people absolutely adore this book, but yeah, it was just, I mean, I had to kind of force myself through it to read it. But like I said, I gave it 4 stars because I can appreciate how deep and emotional it can get with its feelings. And I did really enjoy Scout as a character, so I gave it 4 stars. Plus, can we appreciate this cover? It took me a while to realise that this is actually a Mockingbird. So, yep, I would nearly said Mockingjay then. That's how badly The Hunger Games has tainted me. Next, I read The Wrath of the Dawn by Renée Adahi. Apologies if I pronounced that completely wrong. This is an incredibly beautiful book. First and foremost, I want to say this dust jacket is amazing. I love the colour, I love the stars. This has been making its rounds on BookTube. It's been very popular, and I believe the hype is definitely worth it. This is a retelling of 1001 Nights, which I've never read or heard of before this, but it's basically about a king who takes a new bride every evening or day, and they usually end up dead by dawn. Our main character, Shahrazad, volunteers to become his wife because she just lost her best friend to him, and she has all intentions of killing the king, but she finds out that things aren't quite what they seem, and she finds herself falling in love with the king and getting involved in all of the politics. And Shahrazad is an incredible character. She's so strong and witty. If you like Selena Saradofian, I think you might even like Shahrazad more because she's sort of less headstrong and less cocky, so it kind of makes her more exciting. I adored this book. I gave it 5 stars. If you are a fan of The Winner's Curse series trilogy by Marie Rutowski, I would definitely recommend that you read this, as did Alexis to me. She recommended me that I read The Winner's Curse, and I read that and loved it, so she was like, oh, read The Wrath of the Dawn, and I did, and I loved it. So yeah, I would definitely recommend you read this if you enjoy all the kind of like forbidden love aspects and politics as well, because there is a lot of that. Also, reading about another culture was really interesting for me. I did get a little bit confused sometimes with all the titles that people have, and I kind of forgot who was who because it confused me, but I believe there is a glossary at the back. Yeah, there's a glossary. I didn't know that until the very end, but there's a glossary, so if you get confused, just look at the glossary. Just everything about it, the different culture, the different language, the different clothes even, it was just all really interesting. So yeah, okay, then the next book that I read is the start of the rest of the books that I read, and they are all part of the same series, and that is Stray by Rake Vincent. This is the first book in the Shifter series. I read this book because Sarah Jane over at the Book Life absolutely adores this series. It's one of her favourite series, and it's about werecats. And you know, werecats, awesome, right? Feisty, awesome werewolves, but not werewolves, cats. This is an almighty huge book for a first book, so a little bit put off by that, but I ended up giving this 5 stars because, oh my god, I loved it. It's kind of an urban fantasy, but not really, but that's what it's labelled as. I don't have enough good words to say. Rachel Vincent writes amazing characters. This is what pushed me through this book, because there is a chunk of it where it's a bit slow and it's a bit unnecessary, and it can get a little info dumpy because they're trying to explain all of the laws of like the pride and stuff. But other than that, the characters and storyline was so amazing, and if you kind of like werewolves, stuff like that, and you love strong characters, because oh my god, let me tell you, Faith Sanders is amazing. She's probably going to be one of my new favourite characters ever, as with this series. It is a little bit problematic. There are some problematic issues, but you have to remember that it's about werecats, so they are possessive by nature. You know, they have like the cat gene where obviously prides are possessive, but Faith is against all of it, against all of like the sexist views, the overprotective boyfriends and stuff. So whilst it is problematic, Faith makes sure that you know as the reader that this isn't right, this isn't how life should be, because they're all a little bit, all of the men cats are a little bit in older centuries, you know, they believe in women should stay in the kitchen and stuff, because female werecats or tabbies are really, really rare within the shifters world, so obviously they're kind of protected and loved and treated like gold mines. And Faith doesn't want that. Faith just wants to go off, do her own thing, even become an enforcer for her father. But she gets pulled out of school where she is because stuff happens. Oh my god, it's so good. You're gonna love it. I swear to god. If you like reading about pack mentality and you love strong characters and you love a good list of like family characters that all come together, you will love this series. Let me tell you, it's not the best written series, but it's so character driven that you can forget about that, honestly. And then obviously because I enjoyed that so much, I went on and read Rogue, which is the second book in the series. Didn't like this one as much, it was a little bit of a letdown, so I gave this 4 stars. It got a little bit boring, didn't really feel like it was necessary as a book, but you know, I still read it, still loved Faith. Faith grew more in this book, loved it. Then I read Pride. And I tell you, from Pride onwards, the book just got incredible. This was probably my favourite one of the 3, then Prey, then Shift. I am currently reading Alpha, as you will see if you watch my Booktubeathon TBR video. Oh god, I swear to god, from Pride onwards, they get incredible. Prey broke me. There is something in this book that absolutely broke me, and you'll see why. But the characters grow, you get more characters introduced. The plots in these 3 are so action-packed, I couldn't put them down. I read 5 of the 6 books in a month. I marathoned that much. I kept reading it and then being like, okay, I'll stop reading this now and I'll pick up another book. But then it got to the end and I was like, well, I can't put this down now. I can't not carry on reading the series now. So I've just read them straight through, basically. So amazing, so many characters. Faith grows so much throughout the series. It's just amazing. I don't have enough good words to say about them. Obviously from Pride onwards, Pride, Prey and Shift all get 5 stars. Absolutely incredible. I struggled getting hold of Shift, I will mention that, because I think it's out of print. So I had to get a second-hand edition, which is why this is kind of dead. Yeah. But yeah, I highly recommend all of you read them. I know a lot of people will probably have problems with the over-possessive behaviour of some of the male characters towards Faith, and a lot of it, yeah. But like I said, Faith herself, as obviously the main character, knows that this is wrong, and you're reading it in her voice, so you know that it's wrong. You get the opinion that it's wrong. And, you know, I message Sarah Jane all the time on Voxer when I'm reading this, and we both come to the conclusion that, like, it's cat pride behaviour. You know, cats are a lot more possessive than humans, you know, alphas, and males are a lot more possessive than females, and you have to bear in mind that although, yeah, they are humans, they shift into cats and they have a lot of cat instincts, which is kind of possessiveness, so just bear that in mind. But I think if you're like me, you'll just get past it, because the characters are incredible. I can't say enough how much I loved every single character. Every single character is just, they have a point. They are there for a reason. They're not just there plucked out of thin air. They're all there. They all have their own storylines, and it's just so good. Not enough good words. Just please read them. Please. That was my reading month. Pretty good, if I say so myself. Obviously I found an incredible series, which I will stop talking about. But yeah, let me know down below if you've read any of these, and also please let me know if you're going to read Shift, the Shifter series, because I'd love to talk to you about it, and I'm pretty sure Sarah Jane would too, because Sarah Jane is so excited that everyone's starting to read it. Yeah, so much excitement over finding a new series that is just amazing in my opinion. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope my reading months carry on being as good as they have been in the past couple of months, and I will see you in my next video. Bye! Much excitement. Read the Shifter series now.